So you're struggling. Lately, I've had a lot of tribe members reaching out to me for one reason or another about them struggling with nursing school at different levels, or they're struggling working as a nurse and they don't know what to do, or they are failing, feel like a failure, on the verge of failing, questioning whether or not they're going to be able to do this thing that they're doing. And I'm generalizing because my answer is the same for every single struggle that you're having out there. The first thing is, you're not the first and you won't be the last. This stuff's hard for a reason. Because if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. Everybody'd be a nurse. Everybody'd be a bachelor's prepared nurse, a master's prepared nurse, be a nurse practitioner, clinical nurse specialist, a CRNA. If it was that easy, then everybody would be doing it. But that's why it's so important. That's why what we do can't be done by everybody, because of the struggle. The struggle is where you find the strength to figure it out. The struggle is where you develop the resourcefulness to figure things out. When I went back to school my first time around, so I've been back to school several times, and each time was challenging for me for one reason or another. And in that moment, those challenges are what consume your life. When I had to go back to school after being an athletic trainer and I wanted to go to nursing school, I had to take additional classes while working a full-time job. My classes were in a university that was on the other end of the county that I lived in. Sorry, there's a bug that's loving to play with us. And I had to go to work after class or during class, so twice a week. One of the most important classes that I was taking, I had to leave early. I had to leave 20 to 30 minutes before the class ended. So I missed lecture almost 3 times a week. I had to become resourceful. One, I had to leave early because I had a job I had to maintain. But 2, I had to figure out how to study this material even though I couldn't be present in class. I had to utilize my resources. I leaned on my classmates. I read a lot. I studied twice as much as others so that I could keep up. When I went back and got my bachelor's, I worked as a full-time nurse and had to juggle nighttime classes. When I went back and got my master's, I was commuting 70 miles one way to take classes that were required of me. During my last year of my master's program as an NP student, you had to figure out where you were going to do your clinicals. And instead of me choosing to do my clinicals locally, because it would be easy and it would have been a breeze, I decided to travel 70 miles one way and stay in a hotel to learn from the best, to learn at the level 1 system that was available to me on that drive. Instead of working in the local community and breezing past whatever it is that I could finish, I challenged myself. I made it difficult. I wanted the struggle because I needed and knew I had to learn some of the most difficult tasks. Nursing school is not supposed to be easy. You're going to make mistakes. You might even fail a test or an exam or a sign-off. It's not the end of the world. You can recover. When the struggle starts to take hold of your neck and you're having that I can't breathe feeling, that's the moment you get to decide how important this is to you. How much do you want to do this? Is it just something that you're kind of interested in, or do you have a passion for it? Is this something that you want? Because if it's something that you want bad enough, you're going to do everything in your power to make that happen. If you're failing a class, then you better start utilizing other resources. You need to go hire a tutor. You need to be studying 10 times more than everybody else. And if what you're doing with your studying is not working, then you need to change your game. You need to figure out how the studying your other classmates are doing is working. You need to go ask them, how are they getting it done? You need to talk to your professors, your teaching assistants. You need to utilize online resources. Go talk to the nurses that you're doing clinical rotations with, figuring out how they did it. Because your struggles are not new. They're not new. Let me say it one more time. These are not new. We are not reinventing the wheel. Suck it up, Buttercup, and figure it out. It's supposed to be hard. I don't know about you, but I need a nurse taking care of me that can deal with challenges, that can deal with unfamiliar territory. I need a nurse who's resourceful. I need a colleague who's going to go the extra mile when things get tough because they're not willing to quit or fail because it's that important to them. So you get to decide whether the struggle is going to consume you and you're going to quit, or you're going to figure out a way to go around, through, or over this particular struggle. Because I'm here to tell you that it ain't going to stop. Whatever struggle you're dealing with right now is temporary, because it's going to get harder on the next step, on the next stage, and it will get harder after that, and it will continue to be hard. The hard is what makes this profession great. You get to decide how great do you want to be. And inspiration and motivation is something you have to do on the daily. You're not going to be able to stay inspired, stay motivated for a long period of time because it's going to beat you down. It's okay. It's completely normal to feel defeated, to feel like you're not going to make it. That's why you have to remind yourself daily how important this is. It's kind of like taking a shower. You're not going to stay clean throughout every day. You're going to get dirty. So every day you need to take a shower. Every day you need to remind yourself just how important this is to you and how much you're willing to fight for it. Daily Sean. I'm out.